Hello, this is Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates, and I have a new book that I'm writing about abandonment issues that I think is going to be very helpful to a lot of people. The name of the book is The Top 10 Power Tools for Managing Your Abandonment Issues. My original plan, as many of you know, with my next book was to expand my book on affair recovery, the secret to recovering from an affair, which is a smaller book, and I wanted to really expand it and reach out to couples who are going through affair issues. But I just keep getting more and more interest in this topic of abandonment issues. 5 of my top most popular videos are about abandonment issues, 5 of the top 6. Most of my new Skype clients are people who need help with abandonment issues. Most of the books that I've been selling is my book on abandonment issues, managing abandonment issues through recovery. So I'm not real bright, but I'm starting to sense that the universe was asking me to bring some of my expertise to bear on further study and discussion of abandonment issues. Now, so this is my effort to bring valuable direction and effective help for all the people who are really suffering out there. So I got a lot of positive feedback about my book on abandonment issues, but to be terribly honest with you, I got some negative comments as well. And let me read for you sort of a composite of the negative critiquing. It went something like this. Mark Smith did a great job in describing exactly what abandonment issues were with his many eye-popping clinical examples. However, my crazy girlfriend and I already knew far too well exactly what abandonment issues were. We have had many hellish fights through the years that could have fit right into Mark's clinical examples in his book. Hell, we could have almost written that book. We know the abandonment issue crazy dance. What we really needed most were some tools that could help us to take action in concrete ways that could help us control or greatly reduce, perhaps ultimately overcome the grueling onslaught and insanity of our abandonment issue crazy dance. We want to know specifically what we can each do every day to keep our abandonment issues from kicking the crap out of us and ruining our lives. We need some tools that can strengthen and empower us to not go down that explosive, crazy road. Okay, so I get that. The truth is that there really are and were millions of people out there stumbling around in the dark who didn't have any clue what their abandonment issues really were. They didn't know what an abandonment reaction was. All they knew was their boyfriend was a nut and he rages and their relationship is just volatile. They knew that. So there were just many people out there that were confused and desperate and bloodying up their psychological shins every day, and they needed to have their particularly hurtful demon named, exposed, and then thoroughly and publicly spanked. And that's what I was trying to do in the book. There's so many different examples of abandonment issues, and to say you get the big picture, you have to fine-tune What does it look like? Is it being late? Is it texting a former girlfriend? Is it doing anything on Facebook? Is it glancing at the 17-year-old T-girl? What are the triggers that bring up an abandonment reaction? Is it jealousy about your children? There's so many things. So to me, that had to be named and put out there, and it really has helped thousands of people. Every day I notice that there's more and more and more downloads of the book across the world. However, it is true that much more could have been written about successfully battling torturous abandonment issues on a day-to-day basis, especially for those of you who already had the insight of what abandonment issues were. So, my bad. I'm here to make it right. I'm here to focus more on how to combat this really aggressive and painful condition. I think my thinking as a guy who's been in recovery for 35 years or so, and as a guy who's in a relationship with a fire-breathing dragon who's really quite fierce, and as a fellow who has his own abandonment issues, my rap was, hey folks, live your life in recovery and live in integrity each and every day, and that'll keep your abandonment issues from getting out of control and totally destroying you. And yes, I'm sorry, that's about as good as it gets. And there's some truth to that, people. But there are things that you can do if you practice them and make them a lifestyle, can really make this whole process of having abandonment issues a lot more positive. As you recall, the title of my book was Managing Abandonment Issues Through Recovery, not healing your abandonment issues completely and then spiking the ball in the end zone and do a little victory dance. I'm over my abandonment issues. Ain't going to happen. If anything, the abandonment issues are going to be spiking the ball on you. Managing your abandonment issues is very much like recovery from diabetes. If you do the right things every day, you're good. If you eat exactly right, and if you exercise, and if you take the right medication, you're good. But if you don't, it's going to just destroy you. So you aren't going to heal your abandonment issues, or at least not a significant chunk of them, no matter what anybody tells you. But what does living a life in recovery, what's that mean? Granted, it's a little fuzzy. Again, my bad. So that's why I am working on this book, The Top 10 Power Tools for Managing Your Abandonment Issues. You know, there's a lot of discussion these days about power foods. In essence, I'm going to give you 10 power foods to feed your recovery process. So this is the best analogy I can come up with. Any P90X fans out there? I am one. So about 2.5 years ago, 2 3/4 years ago, while I was writing Managing Abandonment Issues Through Recovery, I was a P90X beast. Some of you might remember, if you were following my blogs, I was trash talking and I was a bad man. And I would do it every day. I did my workouts every day. I hated them. I did them every day except when I'd already played 2 hours of basketball, and I took those days off. But if I didn't play ball for 2 hours that day, I did my P90X, and I felt great. I'm about 30 pounds heavier now than I was then. I remember I was in Florida to work on the book in Clearwater Beach, and ended up going down to Miami and playing ball with a good high school buddy of mine, and I think I won 7 games and hit 4 game winners, and didn't slow down at all because I was just in fabulous shape. But things have changed. My pants didn't fit then because I was too skinny, and now my pants don't fit because I'm a little chunky. So I did go out and buy P90X2, and I did that for a while, and it seemed a little less rigorous. P90X was rigorous. P90X2 is less rigorous. And now there's P90X3, which is only 30 minutes. It was those hour-long workouts that really weren't agreeing with my schedule, because the time I get dressed, get down there, turn on the DVD player, get a shower, get changed. I mean, it was an hour and a half commitment before I had to be to work at 8:30 in the morning and work long days. So it was tough. So, but here's the thing. You have to live the lifestyle to get the results. We all want to look like movie stars, and we want to live to be 100 and not have any health problems, but how many of us are willing to do the work to get those results? I was for about a year, and then I had some surgeries come up, and I sort of got derailed from the discipline of the lifestyle, and it's one of those things I keep meaning to get to, but haven't quite gotten back to. So know this, my friends. If you want a life where your abandonment issues aren't kicking the crap out of you every day, then you're going to have to work really hard. And it's going to be even more demanding of a lifestyle change than doing P90X. You say you want results, but most people want to take a pill or go into a therapist, cross their arms and say, dazzle me, dude. Show me what you got. That ain't how it works. That is definitely not how it works at all. Let me tell you what. It's a lifestyle of hard work and discipline. Just about everything in life that's of value comes down to hard work and discipline, does it not? So, my describing these top 10 power tools isn't going to help you if all you do is take your new power tools and mount them on your garage wall and never use them. Power tools almost cry out and beg to be used. You can build a workable and fulfilling relationship with more windows of heaven than windows of hell if you and your partner will actually use the power tools that I'm delivering to your door as you download it on my book. The book will be out probably on Amazon in a couple of weeks, just without the links and without a lot of the images, and then be able to download a more deluxe version from our website in about a month and a half or so. I really meant to have the book completely written this week, and I had some really difficult things come up in the life of one of my kids. So I've been really distracted from the writing this week. Almost had to pack up and head back home. But if you and your partner will use the power tools that are going to be downloaded to your door, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use them, then you're going to get the results of the lifestyle that you want. I was looking online, frankly, for some images of some really cool looking power tools, and I came across an article on askmen.com, and the article is called Top 10 Manly Power Tools. So I thought it was really fun topic. That's where I got the top 10 part of my title. So what I'm going to do is I've got these top 10 really cool, really manly power tools, and I'm going to put a power tool on the beginning chapter of all the sections that list the 10 power tools that I'm introducing, and then let them describe their power. So you're going to learn a little bit about actual manly power tools. I don't know if you women want to learn that. I learned some things. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. So we'll start out with an actual tool, an actual really cool, powerful, manly tool, and then we'll get into sort of a David Letterman-like descending list, because some of the power tools used to battle abandonment issues are a little bit more important and more powerful than others. So trust me, these tools aren't something you can just pick up like a hammer. Got my hammer, I'm going to hammer a nail, I'm going to hang a picture. It ain't that easy. The tools that I'm seeking to empower you with are more like paradigm shifting, lifestyle-based vehicles that'll get you from point A is you're up to your ass in crazy abandonment reaction alligators, and you're overwhelmed with pain. And point B is you're still suffering from abandonment issues, but the abandonment issues of your partner have calmed. You are detached, you're stable, the relationship is stable. There's been a non-reactive lifestyle of recovery that helps you live life in a more sane and connected manner. So you will have to do a lot of work if you're going to achieve the kind of peace, the kind of stability that I'm talking about, because remember, the very foundation of your relationship is still some pretty infantile abandonment issues and jealousies, and the ultimate chemistry between you and somebody with really strong abandonment issues is pretty raw, pretty crazy. And you're going to try to practice a lifestyle that overcomes that. So it's hard, painful, slow work. A couple years ago, I went to Kings Island, an amusement park in Cincinnati, brought my daughters, and there was this thing called a fast pass. Everybody else waited in line on a hot, sticky, muggy day. Me and my daughters were just, running to the front of the line. It cost a little bit of money, but my goodness, it was worth it. Problem is, we went to so many roller coasters, it made my head hurt. So I wish I could tell you, you just read my book and do the things in my book, and you're going to be in the fast pass. And you're going to skip ahead of the line and not have any more issues and be happy as a clam. And the less knowledgeable suckers that didn't read my book, they're going to have to wait in the crazy line longer. It's not that simple. We will give you an edge. We will give you it's like a diabetic lifestyle where you discipline yourself. You don't get a ho-ho and a cupcake and a candy bar in the afternoon. You can't do it. You can if you want to die, but if you want to live long life and have your toes, you don't get that piece of cake in the afternoon. So it is about discipline. Understand, people, that your relationship is built to tear down your psychological defenses so that the deepest and most painful core of you can surface and be worked on and cried through. I don't want to abort that kind of opportunity for healing. So we encourage people to embrace the pain in their relationship and learn all you can from it. And it is about reenacting the wounds of your childhood. That's what love is. Love is reenacting your childhood. I'm sorry, I didn't invent it. God did. Mother Nature did. I'm just reporting the truth. It is the truth. It's the nature and it's the secret of love. So using these tools will help you throw water on the fire of your relationship's volatile abandonment issues rather than the full cans of gasoline that you and your partner have been bringing to the party. You've been blowing some shit up and it ain't fun. So better times are coming. It'll help you live and act more sanely and more peaceably. So I will describe each tool in depth in the book, ingest the insights. I'm not going to do that on the video today, but that we're running out of time. Soak in the knowledge, be patient. You can look forward to more condensed help and impactful direction you've ever had on this issue. So here's the 10 power tools. Number 1, I guess it'd be number 10. We're going to invert the number 10. Gain massive insight into your family of origin issues. You knew that was coming. That's a must. Number 9, understand the nature of abandonment issues. Inside out and upside down. Number 8, you have to work intensively with a really great therapist who understands abandonment issues. Number 7, you're going to have to immerse yourself deeply in group therapy. Number 6, commit to a disciplined and healthy daily routine. I'm going to say that one again. Committing to a disciplined and healthy daily routine will help you immensely. Number 5, learn to not engage with terrorists. Number 4, use your feet to back up from unsafe people. Where are we at? Number 3, practice detachment. We're going to talk a lot about emotional detachment. Number 2, a vital must. You're going to have to develop your ability to forgive. There's a lot of pain in abandonment issue relationships, and you're going to have to learn how to forgive a lot, early and often. And the number 1 tool to use if you are struggling with abandonment issues is imago dialogue, my friends. Learn to use imago dialogue daily with your partner. So I'm excited about the new book. I'm about almost, well, I said halfway through it on the website, maybe 35%. I'm hoping to get some stuff done the next couple days. But it's going to help a lot of people, and it's going to help you develop a lifestyle that reduces the crazy dance. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, do that. I think we're up to almost sneaking up on 1,400 subscribers. It's a wonderful thing. I was talking with a man from Brazil, and he said, we don't have good therapists in Brazil, and we don't have even good theories and good books. And YouTube has been a godsend, and it's really helped him learn what's going on in his relationship. So YouTube is one of the greatest things ever invented. It's just fabulous. So do that. Visit our website, familytreecounseling.com. If you haven't read the first book on abandonment issues and you're a little fuzzy on what it is, Managing Abandonment Issues Through Recovery is a great book on abandonment. So, folks, thank you for watching. God bless. I will be in touch about this new book, and it's going to help you a lot. So, thank you. Bye-bye.